Sincerely, the Manleys. We have been gone a few weeks, but we are back. In today's video, we're going to talk about legacies and things that made us who we are, and legacies which we may want to start as a family or just individually. Hope you enjoy this video.
Most of the time when people discuss legacies, they want to talk in a positive way. They discuss who the greatest sports figures are, or as kings and queens have left riches to their families, or even just things that we've learned and has been passed down from generation to generation in our family that just helped us mold, or helped to mold us to be who we are. So what are some things from your past that have helped you be who you are today?
First one I would say is church. It's at church every Sunday, every Wednesday. Revivals, vacation Bible schools, youth conferences, things like that. I felt like we stayed at church all the time, but growing up, I didn't want to stray away from that because that's what I grew up on, and I had developed my own relationship, so church was a part of me. So of course, being young, it's like, we're going to church now, we gotta go to church in the summertime, we gotta go to church in the wintertime, like this is just too much. But now I see it, and I'm like thankful that, you know, my mama got us all up out the bed every Sunday, won't no staying in the bed. Even when we came home from college at 20, we was all still going to church. Okay, so that was one tradition that I would say that made me who I am. And the second one would be just growing up in an environment with my family close, like my grandmother living close. I was able to grow up with my cousins and play, and have like my aunts or somebody take me to practices and things like that if my parents was at work, because I was one busy child, you know, basketball, volleyball, playing piano, all that stuff. So it was just good, and my grandmother made sure we got our homework done before we went outside to play and things like that. And that was definitely something good. And also, she watched us like a hawk, so we couldn't do nothing crazy. It wasn't no sneaking out. Like, wow, my grandma lived right beside us, so if you know, she was telling my mama, and my mom would handle us when it was time to get handled. And no, she did not forget, even though sometimes I felt like my mom forgot. She didn't forget. So yeah, those are the main two things that I would say definitely mold Monica into who she is: environment, growing up, and church.
Okay, so having those legacies begin before you were even born, what legacies would you like to begin yourself?
For me, it would be, since we're having a baby and growing our family, I guess being in the mental health field, it would be like do like little mental health check-ins with our child, you know, weekly, or if anything, because just being in the field, as I said, the children go through a lot. I'm not gonna say they don't. Some people like, you know, you don't be going through that much. Working with them one-on-one, they do. They have a lot going on in the environment, and sometimes they talk to us and they won't talk to the parents. So that's my thing. I want to do the check-ins with her, see where her mind and mental is, and not over talk her, especially when she comes to us with anything or something on her mind. I want to listen first and then respond to her, not just dismiss her feelings and things, because she could go talk to somebody else and give her the wrong information instead of coming to her parents. But I would definitely want her to come to us. I want to start that, and also let her know that mama ain't got it together. I ain't had it together back then, I ain't had it together now. I'm still learning, doing life, but I also want you to know that I got your back in anything that you may want to talk to me about. You know, just have those transparent moments with her. Okay, so I spoke on the positive legacies. Now Sean is going to speak on those negative legacies that may have been passed down intentionally or unintentionally.
So negative legacies are definitely real, but they can be put to an end. As a parent, sometimes we put our child in situations that we know we shouldn't put them in, which sticks with them as they go through life. Or even sometimes they just happen to come across things as a child because they're out with their friends and get into some stuff, or hanging out with the wrong people, or just come across bad people in their lives. For example, if you're constantly dropping your kids off at their grandparents' house, and in a child's mind, that just tells them, oh, my parent doesn't want to spend time with me. So they grow up and they become that same parent. And once they begin to try to leave their kids with you, then you realize, oh, I did this same thing to them when they were little. Or sometimes you don't even realize it. And then you begin to fuss at them and be mad at them, but they're just mirroring things that they saw when they grew up. So as a parent, you have to be able to acknowledge these things at an early age or at an early stage in life, and begin to talk to your child about them and help explain to them or help them understand what you may have been going through at the time, or that you really do love them, want to be there for them. And then on the other side, as a child, of course, at a young age, you may not realize that your parent is basically teaching you these things, but once you get older, you have to be able to go to them respectfully, of course, and tell them, well, you did this to me when I was little, and this is how it makes me feel, or this is how I still feel today because of it. So both as the child and the parent, you have to be able to also take time to yourself, or take time to fix yourself before you even have those discussions, or be able to know exactly what it is that is troubling you, so that you could have a positive outcome from the conversation. Because children end up growing up not talking to anybody, and they just keep everything bottled up. Especially in the Black community, because we don't like to talk about feelings, or as children, as adults, we feel that children don't go through anything, they don't have anything that's bothering them, when really they do. Because just like adults, they have feelings, they have things they think about, they have things that they worry about, things that they miss out on, all because of nobody was there to talk to them, or nobody cared to ask how they were feeling. And I do get it. Sometimes relationships between two parents don't work out, which kind of lessens the amount of time that one parent has to spend with their children. But you still, as a parent, have to reach out, or do your best to reach out, because I understand all those situations are different. But just knowing that for your child's sake, you reached out, that it really means a lot to them. Because no matter how children seem busy and in their own world, I mean, what child doesn't want to say to their friends, oh, I can't hang out, ride bikes this weekend, I'm going to my dad's house, I'm going to spend time with him. My mom's coming this weekend, so I'm going to hang out with her. As a parent, even just the slightest, hey, I'm thinking about you, or hey, how was your day? Hey, what's on your mind? It really means a lot. So just keep these questions with you for today, for the rest of your life. Just think about what legacies have made you the person who you are today. What legacies would you like to begin with your own family? And also, what legacies would you like to end, because they're putting a real negative strain on your life? We hope that something we said will help somebody. definitely helped me when I was putting my notes together. Continue to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Once again, thanks for tuning in to Sincerely Manleys. We're out.